Another big crowd expected at Scott Trade Center, the first visit of the year for the Anaheim Ducks. And time to check tonight's Dobbs starting goaltenders. Yaroslav Halak is back in under coach Ken Hitchcock. He has gone 3-1-3 in his first 7 starts. Jonas Hiller has played in 8 consecutive games for the Ducks. 2-4-1 is his record in those games. And there is Bruce Boudreau, was out of work for all of 65 hours after getting fired by the Capitals, is 1-1-1 in his first 3 games as the Ducks coach. Blues hockey is brought to you by Bud Light. It's the sure sign of a good time. Here we go. It is Solani, Ryan, and Koivu for the Ducks against Nickel, D'Agostini, and Arnott for the Blues. And Arnott playing in his 1200th NHL game. As the Blues work it in, Nickel for Arnott. Back of the goal to D'Agostini. And then Koliakovo had moved in. And the puck goes by him and back to center ice.
Next, Koliakovo looked over his shoulder like, Matt, you know on that strong side I'm going to be jumping in like that. D'Agostini thought he'd hang back to the left point, but he didn't.
And now a hit down low by D'Agostini on Sheldon Brookbank. Arnott keeps it in. Here is Lucas Spiza up for Teemu Solani. And the Finnish Flash gets it onto center ice. Blues recover. Here they come back in. Led by Oshie to the net with a great backhander right on goal. And a save by Hiller. What a play by Oshie. Now back as a drive. And that's right on goal. And Hiller makes that stop as well.
What a heads-up play going one-on-one against Spiza, the young defenseman on the right side. And the way Oshie comes in and he's waiting, he's looking, his head's up the whole way, and then Spiza just completely overcommits. I don't know what he was thinking, that Oshie was going to take that to the forehand. Oshie is one of the best in the league at dragging it to the backhand, and the goaltender Hiller gets tested early, and what a save that was with his right shoulder.
And the Ducks off the face-off, fire it down the ice. Ducks in their last game, they beat LA 3-2 on Tuesday night, as Bobby Ryan scored in the last minute to break a 2-2 tie, and Boudreau got his first win behind the Anaheim bench.
Well, and remember, too, there was a lot of speculation that general manager Bob Murray might move such a great piece in Bobby Ryan, but at the end of the day, you know, in moving an asset like Bobby Ryan, a potential 50-goal guy year in and year out, the likely change was a coach, and when Bruce Boudreau became available, there is some history between Bob Murray and Bruce Boudreau and their director of player personnel, Rick Patterson. He's known Bruce Boudreau forever, John Kelly.
Yeah, he said actually he's a lot closer to Patterson. He used to play a lot of golf with him. And when it inevitably played golf with Patterson, Bob Murray came along. So he forged a relationship. Here's a drive by Jackman.
Oh, Murph loves his golf. A former pro at Kemper Lakes, one of the great public facilities outside of Chicago.
You would know. Now it's Chris Stewart back for the Blues.
Managed to get there a few free times in my life.
As Ludman tries to hold it in for the Ducks, now picked up by Stewart. Shots 2-0 for the Blues. So with Shattenkirk out with the flu, Ian Cole draws back in for the Blues. And he has played quite well in 10 games. 2 assists. He has the puck here. And Darren, he has not been a minus player in any game this year for the Blues.
No, he has stepped up and played admirably. I mean, in a shutdown role against Jerome McGinley. Now he's plays the right side as he is right now with Chris Russell. Major blow though. I mean, Shattenkirk is obviously what he has brought to the table, and it's just terrible that, the players have really gone through a bad virus through the room, and that's something that you just can't defend against. I mean, Pietrangelo had to miss a game, and it's just not easy.
Now it is Vladdy Sobotka. Second game at center ice. Moves in a drive and a pad save by Hiller. And then Langenbrunner to the front. It is Langenbrunner, Sobotka, and Porter. And now the Blues again. Here is Langenbrunner. He delays. Now to the net. Pad save by Hiller. The Blues put in a lot of pucks on net.
I love the way they're using the weak side of the ice, boy. They're really using it board to board and exploiting Anaheim, at least getting good chances at this point anyway.
Now it's D'Agostini on the puck in the corner against Brookbank.
How about how quick the changes are? Very, very quick changes.
And now Nickel from behind the goal. He lost the handle, picked up by Andrew Cogliano. And now to the far side, and again Brookbank. But there's D'Agostini. Blues really have their forechecking game going here. Here's Nickel again, away from Spiza. Now D'Agostini. Jackman's wide open. Off the boards, D'Agostini lost the handle as it was knocked away by Devontae Smith-Pelly back to center. And then right back in the zone.
This is great flow down here, guys. The Blues, you talked about the short shifts, but I mean, the short shifts are good, but the Blues are doing all the right things, the little things, intercepting passes, especially in that offensive zone on the forecheck.
And now Nicholas Hagman dumps it in, but he puts it too high into the netting.
And it does give us an opportunity to get to our Toyota keys to the game here against the Anaheim Ducks. Dominate the inside game. I mean, both defensively, you do not want the Getzlaffs and the Perrys on the inside, and close the gaps with a hard back check. As we well know, the top 5 forwards of the Anaheim Ducks are as good as it gets, and they play a gritty game on the interior, so you've got to make sure you box them out. The matchup at home, Roman Polak and the veteran Barrett Jackman, along with David Backes, going up against Getzlaff's line.
And he has a new winger tonight. Nicholas Hagman is up on left wing. Matt Bolesky had been on that left side, but now they try Hagman, the former Flamin' Star, whose dad used to play in the NHL. Now it's Perron up the middle. For Oshie to the net, and he was knocked down or lost an edge and never got it on goal. And Getzlaff back the other way. Down the boards for Hagman. Hagman back to the goal, taken care of by Polak. Now it comes to the captain again, and Getzlaff, he'll spin one back of the goal for Perry. Here's Perry trying to get to the front. That pass blocked. And then back on the line, long wrister well wide of the goal. Ducks center it. Perry is in the slot, but he was tied up with Jackman. Good job there. And the Blues and Patrick Berglund. Long pass too far, and headed back for the Ducks is Nate Gennon. And we get the whistle and an icing call against the Blues.
Talked about TJ Oshie in the open, and boy, is he playing well. The positive tire service replay, busting through the middle. Nifty little pass there by David Perron. Oshie was on an extended shift. Perron came on the ice in a line change, and they both end up together, and boy, do they have some chemistry when they're together. It is scary magic.
What a sweet pass that was.
Oh, wasn't it?
I think Oshie took his eye off it, Banger, because he should have had that. That was right there in the wheelhouse.
With speed and everything.
Yep.
Of course, Perron had a goal in the first game back and had the assist on the game winner the other night, scored by Berglund. Now Saku Koivu, stripped to the puck by Perron. Oh, let the Ducks get it back. Here comes Koivu. Down the boards, fires a shot into the midsection of Halak. And he freezes that for the whistle.
Here's another look at this nice little saucer pass. I think Oshie just took his eye off it. You can see there a good back checking there, maybe a little hook there. I think maybe they got away from that. Boschman maybe could have got a hooking call there, guys.
No, I think he did a good job, Bernie. On the one hand, the stick was just below the hands, and he just lifted it up and then released and lifted it up again. The timing, I think, Bernie, was impeccable.
Yeah, it really was. Well, that's a special. That's why it's so nice to have David Perron back in the lineup.
Now Bolesky, a pass in front. Hit a skate right to Sobotka. And here he comes the other way. In with Langenbrunner. Now Sobotka pulls up on the half boards. Gets it back on the line for Koliakovo. A shot, and that was blocked out high. And Maxime Masonauer to center ice. Now Bolesky can't get through the middle. Good job by Pietrangelo. And now Sobotka hands it on to Langenbrunner. That shot right on goal. And a save by Jonas Hiller. He's been busy so far. Here's Porter back to the line for Russell. Weak wrist shot blocked. The Blues have had 5 shots in the first 6 minutes of the first period. And the Ducks put it in out of play. Shots early on, 5-2 for the Blues. No score in the first.
No matter what line Jamie Langenbrunner is on, the line manages to get chances, excel in their own zone. He's really been a complete hockey player here for the Blues since Doug Armstrong signed him in the offseason. What a save that was there on TJ Oshie. The goaltender, Jonas Hiller, has been real good. I mean, he's moving his feet, his legs have been good. There he doesn't get a scoring chance because Oshie doesn't get his stick on that nice little pass by David Perron, but right off the hop, Hiller was sharp. That first save means a lot for everybody. If you score early and you're a team like Anaheim that hasn't been winning, and you're 8-14-5, then it's just demoralizing. But the saves that Hiller has made has given Anaheim a chance and some life and some confidence here.
And on the road, not very good at all. 2-5-4 for the Ducks. The Blues at home, 9-3-1.
And Hiller seems to be the type of goaltender, the more shots he gets, Panger, the better he plays.
You are right about that. He can be active in that net, moves around, kind of thrives on that.
The Ducks have spent 30 of the last 31 nights at home. They've had only 2 road games in that span, and one was in LA, which is a long bus ride for them. So they have a lot of road games in the near future. Now Gennin gets it around the near boards. Cut off by Arnott. And that low shot taken care of by Hiller. And this is Nate Gennin once again. Out of the zone. Flipped in by Nick Bonino. And the Blues Jackman back to get it. 2 Ducks around him, including Perry. And now for Pollock. And up the boards to Steen, and then back to Jackman. And then back for Steen again. This Getzlaf line, I don't think there's any question, Darren. They take the longest shifts in the NHL.
No question at all. But you know, one thing that Ken Hitchcock told us before the game is he thought they had more jump in their legs. He thought there was a lot of stationary play early on in the year, and even with their 1-minute shifts, that they got energy at the very end. They hang around as long as they can and try to take advantage of a bad line change. So everyone's got to be aware of them on the ice.
Now here is Hagman. Again, the former Calgary Flame picked up on waivers. His family is still in Calgary, including his wife, Parita, who's the former Miss Scandinavia. And 2 young kids. Now Perry back in his own zone.
That's never easy. But boy, when they get to California and the sun is shining, it'll be a nice vacation with Dad.
Those will be some nice Chinooks in California compared to Calgary.
Yeah.
And Ryan turns for the Ducks. And works it on to center ice for the captain. Getzlaf scoops it in. And Koliakovo back there a bit careless with it. Now picked up by Pietrangelo. And up the far side, Koivu there to cut it off. Now Pietrangelo again. And here's Berglund deep in his own zone. On the boards for Perron. Nice pass to center. Whipped in by Pietrangelo. 8:30 gone, first period. No score. Shots 6-2 for the Blues. And that is fired in by Brookbank. Played by Halak up the boards. And now for Porter. For Langenbrunner. And he gets it deep. Spiza rolls it along. There's Porter trying to seal the boards. The Ducks get it. Ryan knocks it onto center ice. And now taken care of by Langenbrunner. Back for Ian Cole. He'll flip it in. Langenbrunner goes after it. Against Spiza, the former Flyer who was picked up in the trade for Chris Pronger. And then back to center ice. Now Langenbrunner again. He's got some time. Puts a shot on goal and a save by Hiller. And then the rebound. Porter knocks it in. It was never covered, and Porter buries it.
Came so unexpected with that delayed reaction, but Jamie Langenbrunner has done an excellent job of filling his lane on the right side. Getting the pass twice already in this game. He's had quality scoring chances. He buys some time, waits for that center lane drive, which is Porter, and give Porter a lot of credit here. He doesn't skate beyond the goal line. He stops. On the bottom of your screen, you'll see his skate blades there. He knows it's loose. If he skates beyond and just goes for a nice little twirl, then he doesn't have a chance at scoring his second goal of the season. But instead he stops, he sniffs it out, and he taps it in behind Hiller. Hiller thought he had that puck the whole way, and he never had it at all.
It was clearly loose, and he gets his second, his other goal 6 games ago against the Florida Panthers. And the Blues with a 1-0 lead.
Assisted by number 15, Jamie Langenbrunner.
Well, we were under the impression that Ryan Reeves was going to be playing in this game, and then with this change, we stop it right here. A good little counter here. Look at this horrible line change by the Anaheim Ducks. A poor dump, and then it results in a turnover. Good play by Cole to get it up to the right winger, Langenbrunner, but Langenbrunner's getting the shot through and on net.
But that's another reason why. Now D'Agostini to the net. Knocked away from him. But Darren, that's another reason why you put pucks on net and toward the net. You just never know. That was a harmless play, and Hiller didn't cover. Here's Koliakovo down the boards. Knocked away from him by The Ducks' Nate Gannon. And now for Bolesky, but that play is offside. Well, Car Soup presents. Email the booth. Go to carsoup.com/blues and email us your question, and we'll pick the best later in tonight's telecast.
7th point of the year for Langenbrunner. 3rd assist of the year for Ian Cole when that becomes official. But that's the importance, and maybe that'll be a carsoup.com question. You know, we talked about dumping pucks in, and I'm sure people go, oh yeah, right, dumping them in. And I'm sure kids out there are watching, yeah, my coach says we got to get the line and get it in deep. You know what? Anaheim doesn't get it in deep. They go for a line change, and it results in a Blues 1-0 lead.
That's the 3rd or 4th time, Panger, that they've actually tried just that big high dump pass from their own zone. You've got to get to center ice. I mean, Getzlaf could have skated with that and dumped it in.
I didn't even realize that was Getzlaf.
I think it was, yes, I think it was.
Now the Blues in their own zone. Here comes Chris Stewart with Perron and Berglund. Stewart to the corner. Now Boschman back there. He leads the Ducks in ice time this year. Over 26 minutes a night. In the last 2 games, Darren, his average shift length, in the last 2 is 1 minute and 11 seconds for Boschman. That's an amazing number.
He's in very good condition.
He better be. Now Steen to the front and a rebound try there for TJ Oshie. And the Ducks working onto center ice. Here comes Corey Perry. Drop pass. Spiza hit the goal post. Well, a rocket hit the far post. And now the Blues break it up. Here's Oshie and Steen. This is TJ Oshie. He rolls it by Brookbank. And then the puck comes around. Pollock trying to pinch in. Can't get there. And Perry now to center ice for Hagman up the middle. And there's Porter with his good speed to get back.
He's hustling. He can sense the opportunity here to get in the lineup, taking advantage of it.
Now Pollock for Porter. Splits the defense. Now centers it. That's knocked away by the Ducks and now recovered by Getzlaf. But the Blues hold it in.
He looks like a player that just came out of the cannon. He is all over the place, Chris Porter.
Well, 2 things we know about him, Darren. He's in great shape and he can skate.
Yep. And he's confident at the National Hockey League level. He knows he can be a player here.
Now the Ducks recover. Here's Koivu. Down the boards for Solani, who at age 41 leads the Ducks in scoring with 27 points. 17th best in the NHL.
And he's not getting any slower.
Sobotka pulls up on the youngster Cam Fowler. Sobotka rags the puck a bit, throws one back to the goal, and now picked up by D'Agostini. Just on the ice is Arnott, a shot, and where'd that go? Just wide of the goal. A bit of a screen setup, and now covered by the goaltender Hiller. The Blues already 9 shots on goal, and they get 1. The goal for Porter.
Chris Porter's 2nd goal of the year has given the Blues a 1-0 lead. We talked about Corey Perry, last year's Hart Trophy winners, the league's most valuable player. 12 goals on the year this year, but we go to our replay here, guys, is that you see Perry back off him. If he backs off, Spiza's coming in late there. This shot right off the post. Hadlock beat to the far side, but good luck by the goaltenders. It goes off the right goal post, but with Perry, you got to watch him. If he's not going to shoot, he's going to pull up, and you got to watch for that late defenseman coming.
Now Jackman a shot. That's blocked. Backus out high. Fires it just wide. That was tipped. And now Oshie down low. Oshie flips it back for Steen. To Backus. Shot well wide. And then Jackman in from the point. Here's Boschman there for the Ducks. He played on their 07 Cup team, went to Toronto, but obviously has returned to Anaheim. Now Pollock for Steen. Nice tip pass for Oshie. Spins off the Boschman check and then is knocked down. Fans yell, but no call.
This is a heck of a defensive 5-man unit going up against the Getzlaf line.
And a drive by Backus. Pad save there by Hiller, and a big rebound gobbled up by the Ducks and fired down by Gannon. So this should be an icing call.
I don't even know what to call David Backus' line. The most complete line in hockey, I think, is the fairest way to complement this line. This is not a check-in line. This is a line with offensive prowess. It hunts pucks down, they're physical, and they play what Ken Hitchcock likes to call a 200-foot game. But the team, I mean, they're supposed to be checking the Getzlaf line. They're out-chancing the Getzlaf line.
And when that happens, you're in good shape. Shots 10-3 for the Blues. And now Arnott is tossed out, so Nickel, who as we know is a natural center, will take the face-off against Getzlaf. He wins it. Back for Russell. His wrist shot up high, and then it trickles down off a stick. And the Blues hit it with a high stick, so the face-off comes back to center ice.
But even in a matchup game with an offensive zone minor penalty, Ken Hitchcock took the line off to give them a little bit of a breather there, knowing it's in the offensive zone. But you see the team leaders, I mean, there's parity all over the place. 19, 17, 17, 15. There's no... I mean, here's Timo Solani with 27 points as a 41-year-old, but the Blues are doing it by committee. They're doing it 5-on-5. A nice breathing room that the Blues have given themselves. They got 2 power play goals in the game in the last one, as we talked about in the open. 2 key goals against the Detroit Red Wings in the 3-2 win.
First time they've had multiple power play goals in a game. They had 8 chances, the most attempts they've had in a game. Now Spezza kept it in. Far side, D'Agostini under some pressure, and he smacks it onto center ice. And then grabbed by Nickel, who whips it behind the Duck goal, and he goes off on a line change. Now Spezza skates it by Berglund. Up high over the head of Koliakovo. He's back quickly. Under pressure there from Solani, and now Koivu. And Solani gets it. Wide open, and Bobby Ryan ties the game. He was wide open, and it's 1-1.
Well, Koliakovo got tied up behind the net. Defensively, the Blues were a little unaware of Solani's presence. Solani didn't get involved physically with this. He was sniffing it out. And Solani was kind of, you know, on the opposite side. If you keep your eye on it here, Solani gets in right away. But watch where Solani goes here. Once Koivu gets in, and there you have Koliakovo going towards the puck. And by that time now, you've got Solani behind the net. Now keep your eye on Solani, and then Pietrangelo is going to end up coming towards him there. And then that quick little pass, and Bobby Ryan slides. I think he came from the bench on a change right up the middle of the ice and just taps it home.
He had 2 goals on 5 shots in their 4-2 win against the Blues in October. And he gets the goal, his 10th of the year at 14:31.
That's just offensive-minded players with terrific hockey sense, and you end up giving them an inch here. They end up taking a mile, certainly, in that situation. It looked like the Blues were in pretty good coverage, but I thought Koivu did an excellent job of second effort with that loose puck, and Koliakovo sort of took it for granted, and then that puck gets chipped beyond him, and then it goes right to Solani.
Yeah, I don't like the defenseman in front chasing to the back of the net there. Pietrangelo got to stay there, Panger. I mean, you don't know. Perron's not coming back fast enough with Ryan, as you said, who came off the bench, but I like to see that defenseman still stay in front of the net.
Now it's Koivu down the boards. That pass hit a skate. Ends up back of the net. Solani worked over by Ian Cole. Now Koivu in the deep slot. Under some pressure, Langenbrunner steals it. And the Blues get it out. Ken Hitchcock talking at practice yesterday about the pairing of Pietrangelo and Koliakovo. He said one of the big keys to the success they've had, they read off each other so well, but in that case, they really didn't.
No, and I agree with Bernie there. I think in that situation, I think if the defenseman anchors in, at least at the top of the crease or the side of the crease, anchors in, wait for Solani to see, to give him a little time to see what kind of play he's going to make. Don't overcommit to him. He's just too good of a hockey player, too good of a passer. It's different if it's a 4th liner out there.
Now Roman Polak a shot. Ooh. That was off of Bonino and out of play. 1-1 the score late first period.
Blues and Ducks tied at 1. Chris Porter the goal for the Notes. 4:22 left in the first period. Coming up on the St. Paul GM Country Intermission Report here from the Bud Light Zone. Dr. Rick Lehman will join me. We'll ask Dr. Rick about shoulder injuries. Also tell you what's on tap for the Blues and some great holiday ticket packages for the Blues to tell you about. All coming up during the Intermission Report. John, Darren, Bernie, back to you.
All right, Pat, big face-off to the left of Hiller. And the Ducks win the draw. Here is the youngster Cam Fowler, their first-round pick in 2010. He's only 20. And then Getzlaf will spin it off the glass back to center ice. Jackman, and then Feroci, and then back for Jackman. Shots 10-4 for the Blues. The tied at 1. Now Backus, trying to hit Steeney, was between the defense, but never got it.
That was Saucer just even a couple of inches off the ice. That's right on the tape.
Perry back of the goal. He was knocked down by Pollock. Where's the puck? Down to the line. And Fowler almost lost an edge. Shot well wide. Perry in front. And now Hagman turns, and that was tipped. Then it goes off the glass. Here's Jackman to center ice now for Oshie. And that was slowed up, and that put the play offside.
Well, we're going to go back to the game-tying goal at 14:31. Both goals even strength so far. And we stop it right here. You see the pressure here, 1-4 checker, and we see the second one here by the Anaheim Ducks. Now Koliakovo gets pressured. Now we stop it here again if we can. There's Bobby Ryan coming off the bench on a line change, undetected in the quiet areas. That's why Pietrangelo likely didn't think that there was anybody behind him.
Now the Blues on a loose puck, and D'Agostini, and that bounced high off the glass. And then Nickel down low. Nickel back on the line for Russell. Nickel again. Wide open is Jason Arnott. The referee knocked that away. And then Arnott was upended. And now we get a whistle, and a penalty has been called.
The man playing his 1200th game just got drilled into the boards. And Spies is going to go off for boarding, I would imagine.
Anaheim number 5, minor penalty.
The Swede, Marcus Finnerborg, making the call behind the net. Here's Arnott right here, gets himself in position. The referee's there, a nudge from behind. He goes into the boards. And it's nice to see all of Newport management led by his brother, Wade Arnott. Of course, the legendary Don Meehan and their group here in attendance in celebration of Jason Arnott's 1200th NHL game.
And right off the face-off, it goes into the mitt of Jonas Hiller. So the Blues coming off a 2-for-8 performance in the power play, get their first chance tonight.
Well, they scored 2 power play goals because of Arnott's face-off wins in the game against Detroit.
The Ducks have allowed 4 power play goals in their last 3 games. On the year, just under 85%, which is 9th best. Now Perron goes ahead with it. And there's Beauchemin. He'll smack it off the boards and all the way down.
That's frustrating. You know, the power play gets set up in the offensive zone. That's automatic, and then you lose the face-off. Now you got to go 200 feet, get it set up again. That's about 10, 15 seconds lost off the clock.
And that's what Coach Hitchcock's been talking about the last few days. 2 areas that they need to improve: winning the face-off and then winning the battles in the offensive zone.
Well, there's 2 examples just happened right there. But one was the lost face-off, then you get into the offensive zone, and then you lose the battle, and it gets out again.
Now Stewart, his pass in the middle, out of the reach of Berglund, and the Ducks fire it down the ice.
There's a situation there when Stewart gets it inside the line there. He didn't even have to make a pass. Just hang on to it, settle everything down, and wait till everybody gets set in their positioning.
Now Steen to center, drops it off for Oshie. And he spins to the corner. And now the Blues get set up. Back for Koliakovo. A minute gone on the power play. Fans on that pass. Backus with it. Doesn't get much on that one. And now the Ducks will power down the ice. And Steen back to pick it up.
Who is Albert Pujols cheering for in tonight's game? I guess it's the Ducks now, huh, partner?
You would think. That was a bit of a shock, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. And then on the night that the Blues are playing Anaheim, what are the odds of that?
Now 25 to go in the power play. Here comes D'Agostini. Moves in, a shot. Rebound, Sobotka! And a great chance, and a good save there by Hiller.
Boy, I thought Sobotka had him on the rebound. Great save. That first rebound was juicy, though.
Oh, Sobotka has it once again. Down the half boards. To the line, Pietrangelo, and that's tipped by D'Agostini wide. Recovered by Langenbrunner. Now D'Agostini again. And the Ducks are back at full strength. Here's Sobotka with less than a minute to go in the first period. Now Pietrangelo on the line. That's off the leg of D'Agostini and just wide. And now behind the goal. Langenbrunner trying to knock it away. Back on the point for Russell. Fires it, and that's tipped to the corner. Here's Pietrangelo in. He sends it around. Russell again. Lobs one back of the cage. Beauchemin. And he finally gets it ahead, and the Ducks break the pressure. And Mason Hauer flips it in with 25 to go in the period.
Again, every time Langenbrunner's on the ice, something good is happening. Another good play there on that last shift.
Fowler back in his own zone around for Perry. Up to Ryan Getzlaf. Checked at center ice by Perron. He'll drop it off. Now Jackman. That's tipped back in by Stewart. And that should do it, as Stewart has words with the Duck player Nate Gennin. And that is the end of the first period.
It's a period in which Ken Hitchcock wants to improve on. He knows full well that the second period has been tremendous, but a 1-1 tie after one and only giving up 4 shots on goal.
Shots 11-4 for the Blues. Porter scoring for St. Louis. Bobby Ryan replying for the Ducks. 1-1 after 20.
Speak your mind up, come on baby, free yourself. Ain't no one to do it, free yourself. Ain't nothing to it, free yourself. Yeah, don't let nobody try and steal your soul. You're the original.
It is 1-1 after 20 minutes of play. John and Darren back in the broadcast booth. Our special guest, Seth Lang, has joined us here in the first intermission. Darren,
we're proud to have Seth here. He's going to join us for the second. He's in remission now. You've been battling cancer. We're going to get to that in a little bit, leukemia. And you are one brave and courageous young fella coming to your first NHL game. We're going to do the highlights real quickly, Seth. Sound good, buddy? All right, sounds good. And we're going to talk a little bit about Jamie Langenbrunner, because Seth thought that Jamie Langenbrunner was the best player on the ice for the Blues. And the veteran that's won cups really led by example in that first period. Got pucks towards the net, was a part of that first goal by Porter. Porter had a heck of a period as well. But the veteran was battling for loose pucks, winning those battles, getting them back to the point, and then winning in the offensive zone as well. So a great period there by Jamie Langenbrunner. And this game's tied at 1.
Blues hockey is brought to you by Bud Light. It's the sure sign of a good time. Here we go. And we are underway with the second period. Teams at full strength. As Tony Ludman has it, the former Sabre. And he flips that one high and back into the blue zone. And here's Pietrangelo now for St. Louis. For Koliakovo, gains the red line and rockets it around the boards. Nickel tips it back to the goal. And Nate Gennin there, number 34. Now ahead for Solani. And then to Ludman. He moves in, and a high shot. Bounces wide, centered by Solani. And that's knocked away by Halak and the Blues. And now on to center ice for David Backes. Blues are changing here. Ludman to center. Intercepted by Oshie. Spins back in the zone. Here's Oshie, a shot, and that's off Ludman, and that hit the glass. Puck still in the zone, but now knocked away by Ludman, and then ripped in by Getzlaf, and he put it over the boards at the Duck bench.
Well, this has been a tremendous period, you know, for the Blues. The third period as well, but they generate a lot of shots on goal here in the second period, generally speaking, and it'll be a time that they don't want to give the Anaheim Ducks, John Kelly, any kind of spirit here. I think by Anaheim scoring, you know, at the 14:31 mark of that first period, you're on the road, you've got a tie at 1, you go into your locker room, you're feeling pretty good about yourself, especially since they're coming off a win on the road as it is coming into this game.
Ducks won 1-1 under Boudreau, but he said they played very well. He really feels they could have won all 3 games. They had a 3-0 lead against the Flyers and lost. Now the Ducks in front. Backhander by Ryan, or rather Perry, and a good save there by Halak. And the Blues get it on to center ice. Hammered back in by Beauchemin. And now picked up by Polak. And then for Barrett Jackman. Steen backhand feed. Backes trying to track it down. In against Fowler. And Fowler's pass picked off. Now Stewart comes in. Trying to go low for Backes, and the Ducks play it back to center ice to the Blues line.
Stewart's on a little bit of a roll here. Last 4 games, Stewart's got a goal and 3 helpers for 4 points.
His best stretch of the year. Points in 4 straight. No icing. Now Russell back, and then for David Perron. His pass hit a skate, goes to the far side for Cole. That's kept in by Spiza. He'll pump it back to the goal for Smith-Pelly. And now the Blues have it again. Oh, pass by Russell. Centered by Smith-Pelly, back for Spiza. Big windup, and a save by Halak. And it's covered by the Blues goaltender with a lot of traffic in front.
Good shift there by Smith-Pelly, that's for sure. Chris Stewart has been somewhat of a mentor to Smith-Pelly growing up here. And here a turnover by Russell after Russell did an excellent job of winning the original battle. Then he ends up losing it, and a good save by Halak and no rebound at all. And we showed you Seth to begin this second period, and Seth is with us now. He's got the headset on. First time ever with the headset, Seth, I bet, huh, buddy?
Yep.
Well, welcome to the broadcast booth, my friend. Your very first NHL game, and the Blues are in a 1-1 battle. What do you think so far?
The game is very interesting to me right now. So.
And you have some pretty good seats down low, I understand, Seth.
Very good.
You know what Seth's holiday wish was this year, John Kelly? Instead of receiving presents for the holidays, he wanted to pass them out with Blues players to children at Cardinal Glennon and the Bob Costas Center. So he is doing that, and the Blues, as they always do, they get their players involved. Alex Pietrangelo is going to join you, right?
Yeah.
So even though you're dealing with leukemia, you're thinking of other people. That is very, very nice, Seth. That should be a fun day at the hospital when they come with you. Now Sobotka gets it for the Blues. Lost it, and now the Ducks back to center ice. Gannon rolls it down the far boards.
Brian Elliott's also going to join Alex Pietrangelo. Christmas for kids with cancer. Seth Lang, the leader. And I know you've gone through a lot in your life. You've gone through a lot of pain. You're battling hard, but we understand through your mother, Stacy, that you are keeping up your spirits.
Yes, trying to.
Well, you're doing great. That's leadership.
Maybe the Blues can score a goal for Seth here in the second. Now Ryan comes in for the Ducks. And a backhander. And a penalty called. I think it's on the Blues. It's Ryan. Had a half step on the Blues defense and a holding minor.
First power play of the game for the Anaheim Ducks, and they've got a good one. It can be potent. The guy on the ice, how about Saku Koivu? Hockey fights cancer is very big, as you well know. And Saku Koivu, who was the captain of the Montreal Canadiens, Seth, not only did he battle cancer and beat it, he's back playing in the National Hockey League, and that's him right there. He's a special guy, just like you are, going through what you're going through. Keep that in mind all the time, huh?
Yep.
Okay, buddy.
So the Ducks on the power play. And they have scored power play goals in 5 of their last 6 games. 6 for 20 in that span. And on the year, their power play just under 18%. There's Corey Perry. And he goes for a new stick. Bobby Ryan leads the Ducks with 7 power play goals. That's second best in the NHL. Solani wins it for Getzlaf. On for Fowler. In a 1-1 game, Fowler back for Getzlaf. Now to Solani. In the circle. Getzlaf again. Quick shot by Solani, and Halak got over, made the pad save. And now Pietrangelo, and he goes high with it and over the head of Getzlaf and all the way down the ice.
Smart play. Pietrangelo was going to go along the boards, but Cam Fowler was right there, so instead he kind of went against the grain, high above everybody else.
Now Fowler ahead. Hagman for Solani, trying to get up the middle, and then drop back on the point for Fowler again. He walks the line. Solani into Getzlaf, in front. Oh, what a glove save on Hagman by Halak, his best of the night.
Holy jumping, great mitts there by Halak. That is some quick play. One-touch passing by the Ducks, but the glove is quicker than the twig. The Taco Bell big save right there. Super setup there by Fowler walking the line. And there's the quick passes to the left-handed Hagman. And that is one big taco right there. One huge one, no rebound at all.
With a little cheese on it. Now Fowler off the face-off. On this Ducks power play. And then for Solani. Out high again to Getzlaf. Around the far side, and again a weak shot there by Solani. That's blocked and fired away by Pietrangelo.
Who is your favorite Blue, Seth?
TJ Yoshiomi.
Oh, yeah, TJ Oshie. He is a favorite of many, and there he is with the puck right there.
Knocked down, but Jackman recovers, and he goes up the far boards and back to the Duck line. 45 to go in the Pollock minor. Now Getzlaf has it again. And then spun to the corner by Bobby Ryan. He has scored the Ducks goal. Chris Porter for the Blues. And now Pietrangelo with plenty of time. He'll ice it.
Well, I want you, Seth, and your family to come on February 25th and 26th at Steinberg Skating Rink. It's going to be a big night. We're going to have a press conference tomorrow along with Joe Fresta Jr. And it's going to be an inaugural event. The Steinberg Winter Classic benefiting the Cancer Care Foundation. Okay, bud?
Okay.
All righty. It's going to be outside, so put your toque on and dress warm.
Okay.
Okay? It's a 3-on-3 hockey tournament, and each team, they buy their team, and the money goes to the Cancer Care Foundation. Joe Fresta Jr. is a 2-time testicular cancer survivor. So this is special, and whatever everybody can do to raise some money.
Should be a great event.
You got it.
Blues have killed it off. The Ducks had one shot on the power play. It remains 1-1. Here is Stewart off the boards now for Pietrangelo. He winds up a shot, and that was off a leg right to Berglund. Berglund a shot, side of the goal. That's kept out by the left pad of Hiller. Now Berglund battles down low. And then Stewart comes over on big George Peros. Ducks can't clear it. Here's Perron with plenty of time here. Throws it back to the cage. Berglund tips it on to Stewart. And then for Berglund again. In the slot, Perron tied up in knots. Good job by Peros, who is back after having eye surgery a few weeks ago. Now Matt Beleskey a pass. Long drive for the left side by Benino, and a pass saved by Pollock. And a whistle and a break. 1-1 midway through the second period.
Tied 1-1 here at Scottrade with Ken Hitchcock. Hitches, it's something that they've adjusted. It seems that they've had most of the play over the course of the last 10 minutes.
Yeah, they're just outworking us. They're winning the loose puck battles, and they're getting in the lanes, and we're losing too many puck battles or loose puck races, whatever you want to call it. We won them all in the first. They've got their legs now, and it'll be a battle right to the end.
Thanks, Hitch.
And the shots, 5-0 Ducks in the second period. The score 1-1. Now it comes around for Matt D'Agostini. That's kept in by Benino. Now the Blues break it out, and here's D'Agostini down the near side with his good speed against Spiza. D'Agostini trying to get free. Now a shot. Big rebound. They score! Ian Cole! And the Blues go back on top.
Terrific patience shown one-on-one by Matt D'Agostini against Lucas Spiza. And once he pushed away from Spiza the first time, I think he realized he had a little bit more time and space. So he wheeled around the top of the circles. Right here, he gets a nudge and he goes, oh, I got a little bit more time. Puts it on net. It goes off of Pelly Smith's skate. And what a read there by Cole. But give Arnott plenty of credit as well. He's getting in front of that. The goaltender can't see it. Even after it went off Smith Pelly's skate, the goaltender still didn't react, didn't know where it went.
That is Cole's second NHL goal. His other goal came in Columbus last March 9th.
And he's got a goal and 1 assist in this game, with Shattenkirk out with the flu-like symptoms. Ian Cole taking advantage of a great opportunity here. But I like the fact that D'Agostini, he's so strong on his skates, and once he gets that first nudge and battles through it, then he can spring load off of that, and he did there, and he separated himself from Spiza.
First of the season, start by number 23.
So the Blues back on top 2-1. And that'll put a smile on the face of Blues massage therapist Jeff Wright, also known as Rub, who's not here tonight. Now Oshie walks in, and that shot tipped high. Rub was involved in an accident the other night, and bit of a cut in his head and a sore knee, but hopefully he'll be back on Saturday.
The hands are fine though, right?
No, the hands are golden.
Attaboy, Rub. Missing you here, kid.
Now Jackman Ryan gets it on the near side. Good play to David Backes. Wrist shot. That was blocked out high. Blues keep it in. Now for Oshie back in the net. Oshie spins in front. Loses Beauchemin. And a backhander. Didn't get a lot of mustard on it. And the Ducks take over. Cole gets it from D'Agostini and Langenbrunner, who gets another point. And the Blues with a 2-1 lead. Here they coming in. It's Oshie. Works in. And a pad save by Hiller. The big rebound was in front, but Berglund couldn't capitalize. And Solani back the other way. That's broken up by Pietrangelo. Glove down by David Perron. Nice backhand feed for Berglund. In for Pietrangelo. And a shot. And that was wide by a foot or so. Ryan gets it out. And now back in at the Duck line, but the play is offside. Well, Fox Sports Midwest brings you the St. Louis Classic on December 17th. A 35-foot screen at Steinberg Skating Rink in Forest Park will show the Blues-Nashville game while fans skate and watch our Blues Live shows coming from the rink. It's the St. Louis Classic presented by Suntrip Automotive Group, Saturday, December 17th on Fox Sports Midwest. Always a good time.
Great participation last year, and that was a later game. We were in Edmonton. This is right in prime time.
How about those beautiful coats, though?
Oh.
How about those coats?
We didn't see a children's extra large for me there. Huh, Bernie?
I can cut mine down a little bit. Maybe I can make 2 out of it.
That's just like the weather in Saskatchewan for you, Bernie.
You got that right.
Now Russell right up the middle. Here's Chris Russell, a shot, and that was blocked at the defense by Gennin. And now recovered by Ludman. So is that a big goal for the Blues after getting outshot 5-0? Cole gets the rebound and buries it from D'Agostini and Langenbrunner.
And keep your eye on and remember that glove save too that Yaroslav Halak made on Nick Hagman right in the slot while Anaheim was on the power play. That's just one of those big moments in a hockey game.
First man back is Carlo Koliakovo after missing 8 games with a hamstring injury. Blues get it near the line, but not out. Now the Ducks on it in the corner. To the line for Spiza. That shot tipped high by Bolesky. Comes in front under the right pad of Halak. And now it's covered by the Blues goaltender. And we get a whistle. Blues up 2-1.
Come back. Almost midway through the second period here at Scott Trade Center. Another great crowd on hand. And when you've got your Mazda drive to the net, you need players to drive to the net. We'll stop it right there. There's a drive, but there's a stop, and then he's going to end up going that way right there. So it begins as a drive, then it's a fake drive, then he pulls out. Watch the front of the net, the congestion right here. Bang, and then the rebound. And Cole just snaps it. I mean, he reads that play developing the whole time, and he's kind of sitting in the weeds over there on the right side. So, but terrific. But it doesn't happen without the drive to the net and the speed by Matt D'Agostini.
Cole's second of his NHL career. Now the Ducks around the net. Brookbank off his skate, and it caroms to center ice. That's a break for the Blues.
Well, if Brookbank had a large goalie lacrosse stick, he would have been fine with that howitzer that hit him in the ankle.
How the pass on the far side by Langenbrunner, not cleared. Langenbrunner again, out of midair. Now recovered by Bolesky, rolls it back of the goal. And then Pietrangelo works over Bolesky. Now Mason Hour, number 49. Back to Brookbank. That's blocked by D'Agostini. And a race for it. D'Agostini gets there. And he dropped it back when he had a decent opportunity to shoot the puck as he dropped it off for Langenbrunner.
I think he's liking that matchup against Spiza right there.
Now a pass for Oshie. Spiza breaks that up. And then Spiza spun around by Backes. Here's Backes right back in there. To the net for Oshie. That was tipped out of midair. And a good job by Brookbank. Now Jackman off the boards. Recovered by Smith Pelly, the 19-year-old. And played in back of the Blues goal. Now for Ron Pollock. He reverses to his partner Jackman. Tipped at center ice by Oshie. Smith Pelly again. 2 Blues around him. Smith Pelly with it. Back of the goal, Cogliano in front. And a weak shot there by Beauchemin. That was blocked. Blues get to it. Pollock trying to work it ahead. Now Oshie pitchforks one back of the goal. Pressure by the Ducks here.
Smith-Pelly nearly got him knee on knee right there. I think Oshie was lucky to avoid that contact.
Now the puck up the boards. Oshie gets it. Behind the play, a Duck player, Cogliano, is injured. And he goes off to the Duck bench, skating rather gingerly.
He's banged up right there.
And this is in on goaltender Yaroslav Halak for Pietrangelo. Ducks have their top line on the ice. Now Berglund for Perron. Center ice, shoveled along by Chris Stewart. Stewart goes to the corner against Gannon. Here's Berglund back in the net. He can't knock it away. Stewart again in a battle. And Hagman rather gets it onto center ice to Perry. And he'll poke it by Ian Cole. They become entangled. Blues back defensively. Good job. And it comes ahead to Stewart. Stewart down the boards. Takes the hip check from Gannon. And a long stretch pass to Perry. And that's out of his range. And no icing. Ducks are changing. Now Sobotka. He was bumped down by Getzlav, and Bobby Ryan walks in. His pass to Solani broken up. Blues the other way. The pace really picks up here. In for Sobotka with Nickel. To Nickel, and it was knocked out of midair. And a good play, I think, by Gannon. Now Ryan in for the Ducks. Ryan a shot and a glove save by Halak. And we get a whistle. Talking to Ken Hitchcock before the game, getting more and more comfortable around St. Louis is the 59-year-old Hitchcock. He says he's a very simple guy. He has his breakfast in Clayton, drives to the rink, watches hockey at night, and then, of course, the games. But he's also becoming more familiar around town, Darren.
Yeah, he thought it was pretty humorous that he was at a local grocery store just buying some small things, and the lady at the counter says, "Coach, you need to fix them shoot-em-ups." Meaning the shootouts, of course. The shoot-em-ups.
And the lady is right. The Blues are 0-3 in shoot-em-ups this year.
He said the fans, they know what they're talking about. They're passionate. And he says when you least expect it, somebody makes a comment about the Blues. And that was one of them.
Yeah, he loves it.
He is enjoying the heck out of this city and this team.
Now Arnott on the far side. That bounces back to center ice. Here are the Blues again. Langenbrunner. Tipped away by Bobby Ryan. Up the middle. And then a pass to the front by Masonhour, intended for Ryan, broken up. And the Blues recover. Here comes Ian Cole. And he floats it down the ice. During the lockout in 04, Hitchcock was coaching in Philadelphia. Of course, no hockey. And he spent training camp in the first 6 games with the Philadelphia Eagles. And got to know Coach Steve Spagnuolo very well during that time. And he and Spags have talked a bit since he came to town.
Well, he's got to get over to Lafayette Square and hang out with Spags then. Got to get to know all the areas.
He's
here.
a neighbor of yours. Now Backus, back of the goal. Here's Oshie, plenty of time. In front, oh, what a chance for David Backus. And a great save by Hiller.
And boy, is Oshie good behind the net. Is he good behind the goal line? He makes plays that they're tough to see developing even from up here. That was a wonderful setup.
Now Oshie again, 4-on-3 here. Oshie, and late on a shift, he'll lob one to the corner. Steen, he pressures Bolshevik. Steen trying to knock it away with 4.5 to play in the period. Blues leading 2-1. Berglund gets it off the boards. Back for Polak. And then to Jackman, looking for the tip. Berglund tipped it, but way high. Now Berglund again on Hagman. Wins that battle. Back for Polak. A shot. And that's off a skated wide. Pressure by the Blues. Now David Perron to the front. And that bounced by Berglund. And then Polak races in again. Hit a seam in the glass. Now stolen by Perron. Off the crossbar. Oh, Perron hit the crossbar. Now Polak. Up high. Way high. Stewart back on the goal. Stops and starts. Back to Jackman. And then Stewart again. And it bounced on Jackman. Now Jackman lost it. And here comes Corey Perry. A drive and a pad save by Halak. Then Jackman feeds it up the boards now to Sobotka. What action here. And Sobotka lobbed one to the corner. In against Spiza. Blues get it. Around the net is Nickel. And he does a 360. This is fun to watch.
This is great end-to-end action and a wonderful right pad save by Halak on Corey Perry.
Now Nickel again. pressured by Cogliano. Here's Sobotka. Spiza fell down. Gives Sobotka some room. Now back for Russell. A shot. That's wide. Fired in front by Porter. And right to the goal crease. And Benino the other way for the Ducks. And down the boards, Ian Cole back defensively. Good job. Up for Nickel. One clearing attempt, now another one. And this one does come out. Smith-Pelly steps in. And that shot is partially blocked, ends up back of the goal.
That's the thing about Anaheim. They don't go away because they're high-end skill level from the top six. They're hemmed in their zone the whole time. Shot by Perron goes off the crossbar, but yet Perry gets a great chance.
Now Smith-Pelly drops it off. Ryan in the slot. Back for Beauchemin. And no shot there. A fire one to the corner. Ian Cole back there. Now Ryan trying to stuff it in. Halak got over with the blocker. And then Ryan again. He had 2 goals the other night. Has the Ducks goal tonight. In front, Porter. Good job defensively. And then Langenbrunner outlet feed to Russell with his great speed. Look out, he's belted by Cam Fowler.
2 number 4s going at it there. Great play by Fowler, but you gotta love Russell's enthusiasm with the puck.
And now Fowler again. Under 2 to play in the period. We've gone about 5 minutes, no whistles. Look out, a break for the Blues. And Oshie walks in, and he scores! Oshie!
What a wicked wrist shot there by Oshie. The right-hand shot going far to the stick side on Hiller. Stop it here, and again, a bad dump in by the Anaheim Ducks on a line change. And look at the transition right there. Oshie reads the play, up ice, and a quick snapshot from the top of the circles. Nice little play there by Koliakovo to get it up the ice. Oh my goodness, what a shot from that angle. Brilliant shot with very little time on the release.
And now the Blues take a penalty right off the faceoff. Roman Polak tripped the duck. And the Blues will be short. What a pace, up and down we go. Oshie buries it, 3-1, good guys.
Blues now leading the Ducks 3-1 with 1:40 left in the second period, although Roman Polak in the box, 2 minutes for tripping. Coming up on the Jack in the Box intermission report from inside the Bud Light zone, Bernie's going to catch up with Ian Cole. 3-point night so far for the young defenseman of the Blues, and then we'll have our dirt cheap shot of the game. And also we're going to discuss realignment in the National Hockey League. That and more ahead on the intermission report. See you guys then.
John Kelly, I was so close. I said Koliakovo with the assist, but it was just Cole.
You were close. And that's a career high with 3 points in the game. He had 2 points last March 9th in Columbus.
Well, the key, obviously, to that poor decision. Fowler is such an outstanding player, but all he has to do is just take a wrist shot to get it in across the red line.
Now Fowler cuts in for the Ducks, and a low shot fought off by Halak. On the line, gets left. Power play for the Ducks here, as Roman Polak is gone for tripping. Ducks second power play. It is Getzlab. Their power play, we mentioned, red hot. Getzlab to the front, turned away by Jackman. Now a shot, tipped right in front off the pad of Halak. Oh, cleared but not out.
Good keep in there by Fowler.
Fowler, now they work it on to Solani. And another great glove save by Halak. And he holds on.
Tough one, too, because the screen is going to his right. The shot's coming to the left, and the bodies are just moving. So, you know, there's a lot of times you can tend to fade away from that shot. Halak's glove has been golden here. I mean, look at that. Corey Perry's just stunned. Look, Corey Perry's in a great spot. He thinks it's a goal. He thinks it's an automatic there from the future Hall of Famer Solani. And Solani is absolutely robbed.
Blues control the face-off, but Russell can't get it out. Now Perry turns. 35 to go in the period. Here's Perry down the boards. Leaves it back of the cage. Russell had it, lost it. Now Ryan trying to spin in front. Nickel over there, and he pounds it by the left point man. Getzlab it all the way down. And 15 to go in the period. Here comes Fowler back the other way. Fired in by Getzlaf. Settled by Halak, played by Russell. And that's off a stick up high. Now stolen by Ryan and right in front. Back on the line to Getzlaf, and that'll do it. The end of the second period.
Oh boy, Anaheim had some chances there. There's a little scrum here afterwards. Corey Perry throwing the left leather mitt right there. Is that TJ Oshie? So two guys battling it out. And Oshie, the American, against Corey Perry, the Canadian. There's a lot of animosity here whenever the Blues and the Anaheim Ducks battle it out.
A year ago, they had 10 fights in their first 3 games of the season series.
None this year so far. It's been quiet in this battle between the two. And you see the left side of your screen, there's a little cross-check by Cole, a nudge right there, and you see that Corey Perry gets here. But look at Oshie, he jumps right in there. And he says, I got you. And then he takes a little leather stinky mitt to the forehead right there. This should be a heck of a third period.
Blues outshot 9-5 in that second, but outscored the Ducks 2-0. Goals from Cole and Oshie, and the Blues lead 3-1 after 2. And back at Scott Trade Center in St. Louis. Time to check tonight's 4-game summary.
Well, Bobby Ryan gets this game to 1-1, but Matt D'Agostini with a shot on goal. Ian Cole with a brilliant three-point night. TJ Oshie's played another complete all-round game. But the two guys we talked about in the open, we talked about the added skill level and grit of a guy like David Perron who can calm things down. One thing he does exceptionally well is makes great passes from his own zone, sees the ice, easy outs there. He spins around, intercepts the puck, gets a shot off the crossbar. As far as TJ Oshie, he's been doing so many little things well. Driving to the net, firing the puck. There he just misses on one. He had a great backhander early on, and then he ends up scoring on a quick snapshot right there to the far side after Cam Fowler couldn't get the puck in deep. Ian Cole picked it off. Twice in the game that's happened, and the Blues D have done an excellent job of pushing the puck up the ice, and that's resulted in goals for the Blues.
And Perry and Oshie pick up roughing minors at the end of that second period. So we begin with a 5-on-4 for 15 seconds. And the Ducks to center. And to Getzlaf. Now on to Ryan. Circles the wagons. In front. And a good job defensively by David Backes. He got there ahead of Getzlaf. And the Blues clear it away. Fowler drops it back in. There's Jackman. He'll pump it back down the ice. And the Ducks are now 0 for 2 on the power play. Here's Ryan in for Hagman. High shot. And he put that one on the glass.
Is that ever a quick release?
Now it's Hagman again. Back for Fowler. Work to the far side. Ryan snaps a shot. And that was wide of the goal. And it bounces off the boards back to center.
As per normal, Getzlaf, Perry, Boschman, their shifts are over a minute on average so far in this game. This drags on. I love the way that Ken Hitchcock is really, basically he's got 4 lines going, and while the Ducks are generally using 3 lines, he's rotating 4 at the same amount of time that Bruce Boudreau is changing 3. So you're going to have fresh legs as this game goes on.
The Blues been leading after 2, 11-0-1. The Ducks been trailing 0-13-1. Here the Blues to center ice. D'Agostini in with Langenbrunner. D'Agostini pulls up and a shot right on goal, and a good save by Hiller with Langenbrunner going to the front. Now Langenbrunner back of the goal. Long pass to center, picked off by Pietrangelo. Another number that sticks out the Blues this year when scoring 3 or more goals. Their record a perfect 11-0. Halak sets it up for Jackman. And then on for Scott Nickel. With Porter. Porter a shot from the boards. And a save by Hiller. And we get a whistle. Let's head downstairs between the benches for this Bommarito Automotive Update.
Well, guys, just listening to the bench, they all know that there's going to be a push from the Anaheim Ducks right now, right off the bat, and we go right to the start of that period with the 20-second power play. They're going to be driving the net, crashing the net. You can see right in the front, and especially the big line. When you see Ryan out there or Getzlaf, They're going to be going to the front of the net, so the Blues are going to have to be very careful with that.
And a shot by Russell bounces wide. Now back on the line, Ian Cole. 3 points on the night. Here's Sabotka. He flies into the zone and gets it back to the Duck net. Gets some help there from Porter. And then Sabotka picks up the loose change. Out high for Cole. Great pass to Nickel. A shot. And that was blocked. Good job by Gannon. Now Sabotka turns and spins one to the far side. Here comes Russell. And he is taken care of by George Peros. And the Ducks flip it out. Back is stripped of the puck there, but it comes back to Cole. And he back in his own zone.
I really like the way Scott Nickel is skating, isn't it? Nicknamed Scooter for a reason. He is really getting around the ice.
Ken Hitchcock asked the other day, has Nickel played right wing before? He said, I don't know and I don't care.
You go tell him.
Yeah.
If you can skate, you can play any position that there is.
Yep.
So Jackman, he was knocked down. Smith Pelly got in the way of him. Kept in by Bocheman. Puck in front. Getzlaf chops at it. And then they score! Smith Pelly! How did he get that in? He just chopped it, and he makes it 3-2.
Great hand-eye coordination there by Smith Pelly. It's like a bouncing lacrosse ball. And almost on the half volley, he just whacks it in right there. I mean, there's nothing you can't prepare for this kind of shot as a goaltender. He takes the hit from there, braces himself for Jackman and knocks Jackman over. Great balance shown by Smith Pelly. And there's the whack right there. I mean, there's no way the goalie can see it. You got Berglund and Jackman in front of the net. And here on the one hopper there, I mean, you can't even tell. Right inside the post. This kid has made a great impression as an underage professional.
That's like a slingshot. That one came off. It was weird.
Yeah, that was weird.
So it's 3-2. The goal by Smith Pelly is third of the year. First in 4 games. Now Fowler back of his own goal. Up for Hagman. And he plays it to the Blues line. Langenbrunner back there. Arnott now for D'Agostini. Trying to scoot by Fowler, can't do it. And it's grabbed by Bocheman. Now Fowler up this side. That's gloved down by Hagman. Getzlaf and Ryan get the assist on that last goal. Cogliano in the slot. Can't get it. Now Fowler, a shot. Hit a leg on the way through. Ends up in the corner. Now Solani. And that came out of the zone and then fired back in by Fowler offside.
Well, for Bruce Boudreau, the very new head coach of the Anaheim Ducks, the one thing that has impressed him the most about this team and the core players, first practice, he looks around, he says a drill, they do it. He said, and he didn't mean this harshly, but he goes, you know, I say it once, it gets done. We do it again, and it's understood. He has been so impressed there with Teemu Solani, obviously Saku Koivu, and what they've done in their NHL career. But the core guys, your core guys, as Ken Hitchcock says, you get buy-in from them right away, everybody follows suit. They're not going to go away in this game. This will be their biggest push right here.
Only 7 NHL coaches in the history of the game have coached 2 teams in 1 year.
That's amazing, isn't it?
And both Hitchcock and Boudreau have done that. Hitchcock did it with Philly and Columbus. Wide open Spiza, and a great right pad save by Halak. Now Ryan back on the goal. That's chopped away. And David Backes funnels it out. Steen in a race, slowed up by Getzlaf, and now picked up by Brookbank. Long pass tipped by Perry to the Blues line, and then Bobby Ryan was spun down or just fell down. Here's Pietrangelo back the other way. Flipped in by Porter, and that's steered wide. Ducks send it around now for Bolesky. Ducks are changing, so Bolesky rolls it in. And Pietrangelo makes contact with Bolesky, kept in. Getting a drive right on goal, and a save by Halak.
Technique. Again on the right point, just let that fly through traffic. See if the Blues can't win a face-off here. They get a line change. Get Stewart's line out on the ice with Berglund and get things going north. Put a little pressure. Force Anaheim to play a 200-foot game. Force them to go from their own goal line all the way to Yaroslav Halak.
Now they get it back to Gannon for Ludman. Ludman a shot, and that's tipped wide by Smith-Pelly. Puck kept in, right on goal. Right pass saved by Halak. Oh! Look out! Oh, Cole was hit hard by Bolesky.
That's a good hit by Bolesky. That is shoulder to shoulder in open ice. You rarely see something like that.
And then Berglund drops it back now for Cole. Former first runner out of Notre Dame. Panino gets it back in. Wrist shot. Off Russell well wide. Berglund takes a hit. And David Perron over there along with Berglund. They can't get it. Now they do. And go off on a change. Stewart across the red line. Shovels it back to the goal. Here comes Jason Arnott. And then for D'Agostini to the front. Now back for Pietrangelo. Barely kept it in. For Langenbrunner, a shot. And that's blocked. Koliakovo in from the left point. Back of the net, D'Agostini wins a battle. Now D'Agostini pulls away from his man. That's Mason Hour. Far side for Arnott. Point man is wide open. That's Koliakovo. And again, it comes around Langenbrunner. Good job in the near corner. Spins off the check. And then Arnott on the boards. Can't move it to the front, and then finally Peros gets it out. 6:40 gone, third period. Blues leading 3-2.
See that little bit of a left wing lock here in the neutral zone by the Anaheim Ducks as well.
Now Steen, backhander, and that's fought off by Hiller off his left shoulder and into the netting. Blues up by 1 here in the third period. Now they're having some fun here. That's Scott Trade and showing David Freese some love.
Absolutely, and why wouldn't they? A collective response went up when they did show Albert Pujols as an Anaheim Angel.
It's hard to say, isn't it?
It is, isn't it?
Here's Sabotka back of the Blues goal. On for Pietrangelo. Comes around. Porter shovels it back of the net. Spiza trying to clear it. There's Koliakovo. A drive. Hit a leg. And Karam's ahead now for Ryan. He had the Ducks' first goal. Throws one back of the net. There's Pietrangelo for Koliakovo. And good outlet there by Sabotka. Too far for Scott Nickel. And Nickel tags up. Play continues as the Ducks and Bolshevik leaves it for Cam Fowler. Tipped by Hagman, but then launched back to center by Jackman. Here's Steen, and he gets it deep. Bolshevik now for Getzlav. To the veteran Bolshevik. 8 minutes gone here, third period. Now Perry down the boards. Drop pass. There's Backus, and then Jackman steps up. And the Blues have numbers into the offensive zone. And Roman Polak fires it in. Here's Polak, far side. Steen taken care of by Bolshevik. And Getzlav picks it up. And the puck floated into the Blue zone. Hagman in a race there with Polak. Oh! He goes heavily into the boards.
Oh, that's a lot of weight going in there at a high speed.
But luckily hits skate first and appears to be all right. Off a skate, now Oshie tips it back.
Polak had a great shift, and it all started at the beginning of the shift by being an outlet pass out of his own zone from Barrett Jackman. The weak side defenseman was Roman, and he moved his feet, got up through the neutral zone, and had a good chance. Then he comes back and breaks up a good play.
Now it's Backus in with Perron. A shot by Backus. Up high, Perron after the rebound, and it's covered by Hiller. And we get a whistle.
Well, Roman looks no worse for wear there, and very fortunate. A little flip hoister right there going to Hagman, an alley-oop kind of play, and you see the speed and the velocity on the left side in which Roman Polak goes into the board, skate first. You only worry about, turning your ankle when you go into a situation like that, but the big fella from the Czech Republic shows a lot of flexibility there.
And the Ducks off the face-off. They get it onto center ice. Here's Ian Cole. They'll feed it back down. And played by the 21-year-old Spiza. Brookbank a feed at the line, and the Ducks are offside.
Is it time now for our Geico quote, John Kelly?
I believe it is.
Well, it is. We're going to stay with the Albert Pujols conversation, and it's our Geico quote. It comes from the future Hall of Famer, Teemu Selanne. Said he's a huge star. I think that he's going to find that it's a good place to live, a good place to play, and the privacy factor is totally different than anywhere else. I That's for sure. You could certainly get lost in Southern California in the shuffle.
Well, good luck to Albert. I know he did a lot for charity in St. Louis, and well, he will be missed.
It's important that whoever does the golf tournament has the same kind of swag in the gift bags that Albert did, because he did a phenomenal job.
And a drive by Pietrangelo right on goal, and a save by Jonas Hiller.
Now I know why you play in all those tournaments.
Hey, there's nothing like it, huh, Bernie, when you go there and you get all those nice little goodies. Albert always did a great job, as you know, Bernie.
Yes, that would probably be the best anywhere, I would expect. It's hard to top some of the stuff that's in those goodie bags there.
Now Cagliato wins a face-off from Arnott. And the Ducks feather the puck ahead. Too far for Ryan.
Feather.
And now Arnott.
The Ducks. That's smooth, John Kelly.
Thank you, sir. And then Bolshevin back in his own zone. Long stretch pass to Ryan. And then Porter gets back to break it up. Now Ryan again to the front. And a great save by Halak on Teemu Solani, who is always dangerous. 646 goals in his career for Solani. Stopped there by Halak.
Solani may very well be without his main centerman, fellow Finn Saku Koivu, in this game, and that's why Cogliano was there on that last shift. Our Plaza Tire Service replay. You see the play developing from behind the net, a nifty pass. Solani's able to get his stick on it. It's coming at the bottom of your screen there. Pass from behind, quick stick by Solani. And remember, it was Solani that set up the first goal of the game to Bobby Ryan in a very similar play.
And now Backus on the draw. Lost it to Getzlaff. And then Backus gloves it down. Funnels it ahead for Oshie. In for Alex Steen. He goes wide, a shot, and that's blocked by Fowler. Now recovered by Oshie. He'll point one to Jackman. Down low again for Steen. On the cycle intended for Oshie. That's broken up.
Good read by Bolshevin. Got away from him right there.
And the Ducks tip it onto center ice. Here's David Backus. And he'll wrist it hard back into the Duck end. And then Bolshevin on for Getzlaff. Up the middle for Perry. Perry shoulder checked by Polak. And then they leave it for Hagman. Hagman to the front. And Cogliano, I think, was stopped by Halak, or he missed.
What a brilliant pass by Hagman.
Now Hagman has it again. Gets away from Oshie. Can't get a shot. Polak knocked it away with the help of Oshie. And the Blues wander back the other way. Sobotka throws it by Ludman. Takes out Tony Ludman. And now Porter comes in to help out. Puck free to the far side for Kennan. And tipped by Teemu Solani. And now Ludman up the middle. Rifled in by Cogliano. Comes around to Ryan. He's pinned by Berglund. And then it goes to Koliakovo. Puts it off the glass. It hit the glass and goes out. And we'll get a face-off in the blue zone.
What an opportunity. And we're going to show you at home. Wade, our cameraman, right down there at ice level, has got a great look at this. Our Plaza Tire Service replay. Hagman just, look at this feathery, buttery little pass right on the numbers to Cogliano. He surely thinks he's got the game-tying goal. But what a save with his right pad. Attaboy, Wade. Wade Hewitt right there. Nice shot. Perfect.
Always in focus. Blues with a 3-2 lead, 8:25 to go in the third period. Blues goals from Porter, Cole, and Oshie. Smith, Pelly, and Ryan for the Ducks. Now Ryan up the middle, trying to split the defense. Almost did so, but now the Blues get it. And pushed along by Stewart. Now recovered by Cogliano, the former Oiler. And Lucas Spiza has it for the Ducks. Tipped along by Ryan. Ian Cole gets there, look out. Almost run over, but he made the play as he was drilled by Peros.
See how high Peros' skate came up after that collision? It was very close to Ian Cole's face.
Career night for Ian Cole, 3 points. Now Steen gets free. Trying to bank it in. And a save there by the goaltender Hiller. Not a bad play there by Steen. Now back to center ice. Ducks intercept. Russell sends it around the far side. Steen protects the puck very well. Off the boards and out now for Oshie. 3 Ducks are back. Oshie in there against Fowler and Bolshevin. And he continues to battle. Hit by Peros.
It's a good matchup for the Blues. This is a tired fourth line for the Ducks.
And Peros can't get it out. And Jason Arnott back to the corner. But now recovered by Fowler. And the Ducks will break the press and get it onto center ice. Beauchemin broke his stick, I believe. He did. Sends it in. Oh, look out, Jackman went the wrong way with it. It came in front to the wrong guy, Perry, but couldn't get a shot on goal. And the Blues chip it back to center ice.
Has Cam Fowler and Beauchemin left the ice yet?
Very briefly.
This is becoming just a two-line game now for them for the Ducks.
Now the Blues send it around the far side. Sobotka near the line, couldn't get there, but Jackman steps up. What a play by Jackman. He gets across center and rifles it in. Then Getzlaf back in the zone. He doesn't go off the ice.
Nope.
And on for Corey Perry. Perry and Hagman. Perry bumped a bit by the glove of Jackman. Now Pietrangelo, and the Blues quickly back to center ice. Sent in by Nickel. Hiller to play this one. Nickel almost got there. He runs into Hiller.
Hiller kind of stayed there, though, and interfered with him a little bit. I mean, you know, Nickel had his space. He was going along the boards right there. And after Hiller played it, he just stayed right there.
And Getzlaf is still on the ice. This has got to be a 2-minute shift. And the Blues break it up.
He finally goes off.
Honestly, I don't know how he does it. Now Pietrangelo. He wheels it around the inboards. Perron is in there with Berglund. Now Ducks play it up the near side for Ryan. He'll poke it ahead to Solani. But there's Cole back to break it up. And a delayed offside. Ducks have to tag up. Koliakovo gains that red line. Blues are changing. He sends it in. Here's Ian Cole after it. Now to Backus. Good play. And Backus wastes some time in the corner. Waits for his mates to change. Oshie hit back on the goal. Now for Steen. Trying to shake free of his man. Steered by Cogliano. Not out. Russell kept it in there. And then back of the goal for Steen. Watched by Cogliano. Steen to the back for Russell. Off the boards, Backus. And then to Oshie. In front to Backus. Oh, what a play. Now Cole gets it. Fires it up high. It hit the glass. What a setup there. And now Brookbank gets it for the Ducks. Puts it off the glass and out. Both clubs wanting to make a change here. Steen gets it for the Blues.
Since I've been here, I've never seen Oshie's confidence this high in all areas of the ice. Bernie?
Oh, he's been absolutely unbelievable. I mean, that puck is on a string with him. I mean, he has outworked everybody on this ice. We always knew he would do that, but his skills now are continually coming out, getting better and better.
We have not had a whistle in about 4.5 minutes. Pietrangelo, pass up the boards, chopped that by Beauchemin. Now it goes to Pietrangelo again, very calmly for Koliakovo. And then to D'Agostini. Under pressure, Beauchemin had moved in. As the Ducks defense pinching at all opportunities now. Blues work it up this side to Arnott. Can't get it out. And then Bonino to the corner. Pietrangelo out-muscles a Duck player, and it's finally off a skate and out. Now recovered by Cam Fowler. 3:45 to go. Blues leading 3-2. Trying to win their 16th game of the year.
Reigning Hart Trophy winner Corey Perry sniffing it out, and again on the ice with Getzlaf, as Bernie had mentioned.
And the Backus line right back out there for the Blues. Here come the Ducks now. Perry sends it deep. Jackman back there against Hagman. And then flipped along by Roman Polak. And this gets by Beauchemin. And it goes back to the Anaheim line. Ludman now for Getzlaf.
Good
He
job
is
by
worked
Oshie.
over by Oshie.
Just tenacious, isn't he?
He takes the right angle every time, doesn't he?
Yep, that's why he's used on the penalty kill. One of the smartest penalty kill guys in the league. His ability to read the play offensively and defensively.
Now Ludman powers it around the end boards, picked up by Barrett Jackman. Jackman for Polak. And plenty of time to flip it out. Knocked down by the Blues, and now Porter to the front. And a backhander turned away by Jonas Hiller. And Ryan trying to get free in his own zone. He does. Here's Ryan up the ice. Flips one through, and a lock makes the save on Solani. It's loose and kept in by Beauchemin. What a play there by Ryan. Now speeds of the drive, right on, and a save by Halak. 2:20 left. As the Ducks press to the tying goal. Beauchemin back of the goal. Can't center. Beauchemin again. Feeds one to the corner. Now Solani gets it free. Down low, and Koliakovo made a great play. He was pulled down, center to Ryan, he can't get it. Blues try to clear it, and it's off the glove of Spezan out.
With Koliakovo out of position, what a defensive play by Vladimir Sobotka. Man, great stick on puck to nullify a good scoring chance.
Now 1:45 left. Here's Solani again. Drops it, Bolesky, a drive, that was blocked. They could pull the goaltender at any point now. Ducks get it in there. It's Solani to the back for Fowler. Turns, can't get a shot. Instead back of the goal. Now centered, and a lock makes the save on that spin around by Bonino. Blues have it, can't clear it. Now glove down by Polak. Hiller is still in net, and Polak sends it down the ice. 1:15 to go.
Boys, Halak been sharp in this game. The goaltending of the Blues have just been extraordinary.
He's robbed Solani twice in the last 5 minutes.
Are they ever good at that little lead the receiver saucer pass, huh? Wow.
I can't believe that Solani didn't deke there, though, Panger. He had nowhere to go. What a save by Halak, but his only choice would have been to deke.
Now in the final minute, there goes Hiller for the extra man. We haven't had a whistle in about 7 minutes. Oshie lobs one, and he scores! Oshie from center ice, the empty netter.
Well, the key to that flipper was he was inside the red line. No chance of it being an icing. He's got that fat blade, and his hand-eye coordination is tremendous for Ken Hitchcock. These close games are becoming winning habits. And Oshie's got his 9th goal of the season, a complete game by TJ Oshie. Here's the read. Good one-on-one by David Backes, and barely getting the line. You see the linesman signaled no icing, and it's right in the middle of the net. Boy, for the Anaheim Ducks, they didn't go away in this game. They gave it a good third period. Have only allowed the Blues 24 shots on goal, but our Timberland pro stay on your feet was Oshie going on his feet, off his feet, battling like crazy. Didn't matter. Just a real solid game again by TJ Oshie.
You know, no one flips the puck better than he does. I mean, I watch him every day. Even at the end of warm-up, he always comes to the blue line and then flips the puck way up in the air and tries to land it on top of the net. And he actually succeeds every once in a while, which is absolutely amazing.
Backes gets the assist on Oshie's second tonight at 19:15. Hiller goes back in goal. Ducks send it in. Wide of the goal. Chopped at by Polak. Oshie gets it near the line, but not out. Now gets Lab to the front. Loose puck, Fowler, a backhander, didn't get through. 25 to go. And then Beauchemin a drive. That's blocked by Polak. And now we get Perry involved in front.
And look, Jackman wants him. He says, if we're going to do that in front of the net, then let's go.
And now Oshie drops the mitts with Perry.
No, I admire Oshie for jumping in right there. But Jackman had him.
And don't forget, we know how Oshie got hurt last year in Columbus.
I was thinking the same thing. This is a battle at the end of the game, and there's very few in the league as good as Corey Perry. He goes to the front of the net, he'll cross-check and hack and whack, and he'll get his licks in, and that's what makes him such a valuable competitor. But Barrett Jackman was going to have none of it. It was going to happen, they were both going to go. But remember what happens if you instigate something in the final 5 minutes of the game. Now that's not the case right there, that's two players battling, but it's always something to keep in mind. Here's the shot, and the battle's in front of the net already between Corey Perry. There, Jackman just pulls out and says, let's go. And then you see, was that Beauchemin? Yes, it was. Beauchemin intercepted, and that's why Oshie jumps in there. See, the two combatants were Jackman and Perry. So Bolshevin jumps in there and nullifies it. And the two players that wanted to go, well, at least Jackman wanted to go. Perry's not afraid of that stuff as well. He'll go, he'll drop the mitts.
What a game tonight.
Yeah, what a game is right.
And for Ken Hitchcock, his record goes to 10-2-3. And Darren, this is a milestone win for the Blues. It will be their 900th home victory in their history since 1967.
And the potential majority owner of the St. Louis Blues, Matt Holsizer, and several members of his group are in attendance for this game tonight at Scottrade Center. So if that all goes through, they're in attendance for the 900th home win.
And hopefully many more. Still at full strength here. The Ducks work in. Bobby Ryan swept that by Langenbrunner, kept in by Fowler. That's blocked by Sobotka. And then Langenbrunner with 10 to go in the third period. Knocked down the ice. So the Blues are going to even the record at 1-1 against the Ducks, as they will win it 4-2. Oshie leads the way with 2 goals. Ian Cole gets 3 points.
And our Bud Light player of the game. Didn't think he was playing, wasn't expected to play, but Kevin Shattenkirk goes down with the flu. Cole steps in with his first career 3-point game.
And the Blues win it 4-2. St. Louis Blues hockey is an exclusive presentation of Fox Sports Midwest. Join us Saturday night as the Blues face San Jose. Coverage starts at 6:30. Stay tuned. Missouri Lottery Blues Live comes your way next.